Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Please be advised this video is for entertainment use only. All opinions in this video are mine, and please don't harass or show hate to anyone mentioned in my video. The information in this video is used under fair use. Originally I was going to make this video about the hold Meghan has on Harry. Well, some people call it a hold. I call it a grasp because Meghan Markle is very good at the grasp. Honestly, this woman totally amazes me because she always has that same grasp. Doesn't matter, she can do it from the left side, she can do it from the right side, she can do it while they're sitting down, but it's always the same grasp, and I just don't get it. Other than, I thought it would be a really fun intro because Meghan Markle has grasped for things her whole entire life. Let's have a look, shall we? Meghan has 4 important things in her life that she has wanted and worked for her whole life. 1 is power, 1 is fame, 1 is influence, and of course, most importantly, money, money, money. In her search for fame, she married her first husband, Trevor. He was a producer. Surely he could bring her fame. But he didn't, really. And once she got her role on Suits, she dumped him. And money. She chased Rory McIlroy for probably a year all around the world for money because she wanted the fame and the money that came with being with Rory McIlroy, but that didn't work out. So onwards she went to Corey Vitello. Now, people may not realize this, but she was living in Toronto, and in Toronto, Corey Vitello had a lot of influence. Still has a lot of influence. So, when she was with Corey, that allowed her to get further into Toronto society. And for her girl power, I have to give her some credit. She managed to gather around her some very influential people. Serena Williams, Misha, Sophie Gregoire-Trudeau, Jessica, and of course Marcus. So yeah, she did good in that score. She got a really very select group of people that could open doors for her. But never, ever would she have ever dreamed in her wildest dreams that she would manage to hook old Harry. Seriously. Harry gives her everything she's ever wanted in her life. The power, the influence, the fame, and the money. All in one. Imagine. How could she have met someone like that? I know we've all been told a story about Violet von Westerholt. She didn't introduce the two of them. I mean, she knew Meghan Markle for a hot minute in 2016. They only met maybe twice, so it wasn't Violet. But if you would like to have a seat, I will tell you the story about how they actually met. Now, like Meghan, I moved to Toronto when I was younger for career opportunities. However, unlike Meghan, I still have friends who live in Toronto. Now, to understand Toronto society, you have to understand that Toronto society is not like American society. In the US, celebrities are big in society. That's who goes to all the fancy parties and stuff like that. We have stars in Toronto and in Canada, but the most successful people in society are not actors or musicians. They are business people. They are from old money. They're new entrepreneurs. But in order to be in the who's who in Toronto society, you have to be connected to these money people. It's not good enough just to be an actor or an actress. So what I'm about to tell you is Toronto goss, and it's what I found out from my connections in Toronto. So everything is allegedly, but this is what I heard. So let's continue, shall we? The year is 2016. Can't Stop the Feeling is number 1 on the charts. Everyone's watching The Big Bang Theory on TV, and Finding Dory is number 1 at the box office. Meghan Markle is dating Corey Vitello. Who is Corey Vitello, you may ask? He is a celebrity chef and a restaurant entrepreneur. He owns the Harbour Room and a restaurant called Flock, which is basically a rotisserie chicken restaurant. I've been to Flock, and the food there is amazing. Now, funny side note, Meghan Markle and Harry, in their engagement interview, said that the night they got engaged, Meghan made Ina Garten's engagement chicken. And Harry popped the question. It's like, nah, dude, I've made that engagement chicken. It's not that great. I'll guarantee you she used one of Corey's chicken recipes, because those are the bomb. Anyway, that's just a little side note. Let's get back to my story. So, Corey, Canadian chef, entrepreneur, nice guy, and pretty much super connected in Toronto. He was on the Food Network, and when he hooked up with Meghan, Meghan had the TIG. Meghan wanted the TIG to become like Goop. Why someone would want that, I have no idea. But anyway, her idea was to have a lifestyle show, basically a TIG on the TV, on the Food Network or on HGTV. So she put a little thought in Corey's ear. Could he possibly talk to his connections at the networks and get her TIG lifestyle blog on TV? Would that be possible? From what I heard, there was some talk, and the thought was she didn't have a big enough profile. Like, she wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow, basically. So, big idea came into Meghan's head. She was going to be a humanitarian. That would boost her profile and get her TIG blog on TV. So her representatives approached World Vision, and a deal was struck for her to be a representative of the charity, and off she would go to Africa. As was printed in Tom Bauer's book, Meghan brought suitcases of outfits and disappeared for hours with a fashion photographer during the trip to Rwanda. And guess who was her stylist that put together all these outfits that she took to Rwanda? You're right, former friend Jessica Mulrooney. And because Meghan Markle was such a Princess Diana fan and thought Diana was the biggest, best humanitarian she had ever known, she and Jessica specifically put together this outfit and this pose to imitate Diana's famous photo. Now, did she purposely planned that outfit to look like Princess Diana because she knew she'd be meeting Prince Harry. Let me remind you that Prince Harry actually announced March 16th, 2016, that the Invictus Games would be in Toronto. Now, he announced it in March. Meghan was in Rwanda in January. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to think that, wait a sec, end of January, it's not far, it's a month and a half from when it was announced that Invictus Games would be in Toronto. I'm sure some people who are high up in society would have known in January, but whether she did or she didn't know, the pose in Rwanda of her looking like Diana was intentional, and it was intended to make her look or come across as a humanitarian like Diana was. On May 2nd, Harry flew from London to Toronto. There were meetings and there were photo ops. You can see one right here. But Meghan and Harry did not hook up during that trip because Harry wasn't accompanied by a mystery blonde. I've heard this from two different people, so I think this is true. This is just what I've heard and what I believe. So there was a mystery blonde that was with Harry on this trip. I know that Harry and Meghan, I can't say they met. I don't know if there was a dinner at Harbour Room. No one I know knows of a dinner happening, but they do know of a party that was held at Soho House in Toronto, and that both Harry and Meghan were there. Whether they met each other, whatever, I don't know, but that was all that happened on that trip to Toronto. And some day after the 3rd, Harry and this mystery blonde flew out of Toronto, but they didn't arrive in Orlando until May 7th. So, don't know where they were between those 2 days, but they left Toronto sometime around the 3rd or 4th, didn't land in Orlando till the 7th. Despite how this picture of Corey and Meghan look in May of 2016, things weren't going great. Meghan was not getting any further in her TIG TV show, and to be fair, they were mismatched from the beginning. Corey's a great guy. He likes going out, he likes having a good time, he likes going to parties, but his main focus in life isn't being the center of attention like Meghan's is. And let's be honest, Meghan doesn't have any feelings for anyone other than herself, so she can lead someone to believe they're in a happy relationship when she's halfway out the door, which is what she was in May 2016. And it was Misha who told Meghan that Harry was single, and it was the 3Ms, Meghan, Misha, and Marcus, who set up the whole blind date. It wasn't Violet, it was these three. And apparently the night of their blind date, Harry was so impressed by Meghan's talk of what a humanitarian she was, her knowledge of healthy food and wine, and her yoga poses. That, we know how that ended. And on that glorious May Day, oh, how we all celebrated. Although I think all our sympathies should go to the British public, because don't worry about Corey. He rebounded very nicely. His new partner, Martina, is a Canadian singer. they have a baby boy, and she is more his style. She's eclectic and funky and just a down-to-earth kind of fabulous kind of girl. So, super happy for both of them. And that is what I know about how Meghan and Harry met from my friends in Toronto. So, thank you for watching my video. Please leave your comments down below, because I don't know everything. I'm just giving my opinions here. And if you watch my videos, go ahead and feel free and leave your opinions. So, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.